Good morning. Happy Monday. It's here again. Keeps doing that. I'm going to wait for some people to join up. I'm excited to try something totally new to me. I think it's new to me. I don't think I've ever had it. Hey Jackie, good morning. Thank you. I'm glad I can see your comments. Good to know. I'm glad. All right. I was, scrolling through the Pinterest as I tend to do. And I found, I'm looking for interesting, unique things that, not just regular old recipes that we've all had. Good morning, Michelle, Debbie. Hi, Tracy. And I found this recipe for breakfast quinoa. So, first of all, I may have had quinoa once. Is it in Cowboy? No, it's not in Cowboy. Is it in Cowboy Grub? Is it? I may have had it once years ago, long time ago, but not since then. It's been years since I've had quinoa, if I've had it. I'm not even positive that I've had it. But I got this bag in my cupboard that's been there for a while, that is not expired. I mean, it is an ancient grain, so if it expires, then we have issues. But, yeah, I think that's what I use, Tracy. I think that's what I use, is rice in my Cowboy Grub. I don't think I've had quinoa. I don't know. I've had farro. I like farro. But this says it's a tiny hero. It is the world's tiniest grain. Look at it. It's so itty bitty. But I know it's important to not stick to the same fuel all the time with our ease. You don't want to have, toast as your only E, or pineapple and peaches as your only E, or a banana. You need to throw in some other grains in there, we all usually, a lot of us eat sweet potatoes, a lot of us eat sprouted bread, and a lot of us eat fruit. But what about all the different rices that are on plan, and what about quinoa and farro and all the ancient grains that are slow burning and good for you? I want to mix it up. Really, Jackie? This isn't regular quinoa? Look at that. I bought the good stuff and didn't even know it. I just assumed it was regular old quinoa. It said a mighty whole grain, and it had a little picture of a masked, this is funny, it's a hero, but yet he's a masked villain. I did not know that there was a difference between regular quinoa and golden. Oh, thanks, Joyce. It's the light. My skin is glowing because there's a light pointed at me. I got a light set up with my camera because it's dark in here. And it makes me appear as though I'm glowing. Oh, Ashley, my neck is not so much better. It's a little bit, but I can bend it down. Yesterday I couldn't do that well, but it catches, and all of a sudden my neck goes. I think I've got a muscle spasm going on back there, and I have a feeling I've been up walking on the treadmill, and it's kind of into my shoulders now and into my middle, back, upper. I don't know. I have a feeling as soon as I sit down to do work, it's gonna tighten up. I've been doing some stretches and putting some medicine on it, but I don't know. I don't know if I slept wrong. I don't know if I got yanked around under anesthesia and I pulled something. I don't know, but it's hard to lift my arms. So I don't know what I did. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. That's probably it, Ashley. I probably smiled too hard and pulled a muscle in my neck. It's the joys of being older. That's right. You get to be in your 40s. Like I said online last week, I pulled my neck smiling, apparently, colonoscopy and bifocals all in the same week. This is going downhill bad. All right, so let's make this. I'm gonna make this in the Instant Pot because that's what the recipe said to do. And this makes, it made me laugh. It says makes 2 to 4 servings. Well, that means it makes 2. Why do you even put that in there? If 2 is an option, it ain't gonna make 4. Who are you? It's gonna make 2. All right, at least that's not me. I got my Instapot right here, and oh look, the dishwasher did a crappy job, so hold on. I gotta wash it because I don't want chicken bits. I don't want chicken bits in my breakfast quinoa. I don't think that sounds very good. Chicken parts, little chicken skin in the middle of my apple quinoa. Sounds pretty nasty. Sometimes that dishwasher does a great job, and other times I'd have been better off letting the dog wash the dishes. But that's okay. It's alright. I'll give it a first pass. They are the worst, Michelle. They are the worst. I hate waking up with a stiff neck. Especially multiple days like this. It's miserable. We were supposed to go north yesterday and visit my mother-in-law. I couldn't ride in the car. I couldn't take the day in the car. I said we got to stay home and sit. But because of that, I got to spend all day in my chair, and I studied and studied and studied and took all my coaching stuff, and I passed. So I'm just waiting for the information to come from Trim Healthy headquarters, but I passed all my coaching stuff, you guys. So I'm almost there. I'm just waiting for the official, hey, you're a coach. But I did. I passed everything. So I'm wicked excited. I can't wait to put it out there and say, coach, official coach. I'm so excited. I'm tickled. I'm tickled. I passed both tests on the first try, but I did study a lot. So I'm really excited. Oh, thanks, Nikki. I think post colonoscopy, my weight went way down before the colonoscopy for obvious reasons. But then it came up and it kind of settled and went back down again. So I officially landed at 214, which is 36 pounds. So that's where I've landed, is 36 pounds. So I'm super thrilled about that. So, all right, quinoa or quinoa, however you like to say it. I called it quinoa for years. All right, 1 cup. Well, I see why they say 2 to 4 servings, because I have a feeling this is going to look like a lot. That's a cup of quinoa looks like a lot. That's a half a bag. Okay, 1 cup. It says to mix all of the ingredients together. I have, Tracy, that's awesome. 3 pounds. That's awesome. Good job, girl. Good job. All right, 1.5 cups of water. All right, why don't I just bring this over here, genius? This says this cooks in like 9 minutes. I don't know. We're gonna find out. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Looks about right. A chopped up apple. It doesn't say whether I need to peel it. Obviously, I'm not going to. Why would I? So these are those bags I told you guys about, those produce bags. I need to put a link out for you guys. The Debbie Meyer green bags. I have had this apple in this bag for 3 weeks, and look at it. It's firm and fresh. It still smells fresh. This is the true winner right here. Look at this. This kiwi is perfectly ripe and fresh and has been in the same way for 3 weeks in this bag. I can't even get over it. Those things are the real deal. They work. I didn't wash my produce before putting it in there. I just threw them in the bag. But I can't get over that. Those things are truth in advertising right there. Also, I'll put a link up for you guys on my at the top of this page. There's a link that takes you to all my favorite kitchen goodies. I'll see if I can find those online. I bought them in Bed Bath & Beyond. I'll see if I can find some on Amazon, and I will post them for y'all because they are good. But this apple is fresh as I just brought it home, or I just had it delivered from Misfits. Because that's where I got it my 2 deliveries ago. All right. I don't know, apple cinnamon quinoa. This, I was going to, Jackie, I did see that. I did read that online. This says it's all been pre-washed. No need to rinse. And it's from Canada. Those Canadians are clean, from what I hear. I don't really know. I don't know. Should I have? Should I do it? Should I rinse it right now? Maybe I should rinse it. And then put my water back in? What do you think? You never rinse your... All right, we'll skip it. If it's bitter, I'll be like, okay, next time, rinse your quinoa. All right. It doesn't say on the package that I have to for this one, but I'm glad you told me that because, you know, I did not know that this was regular quinoa or not regular quinoa. I thought quinoa was quinoa. I didn't know there was multiple kinds of quinoa. I'm not that fancy. When I bring home stuff like quinoa and start doing things like making my own almond milk, my husband is starting to think I'm getting crunchy. I think he's afraid one morning he's gonna wake up and I'm gonna be out back hugging a tree in the backyard. I'm not gonna go that far, but I am making my own. Made the mistake of not rinsing one time and it was super bitter. Jackie says, read my comment. Golden quinoa, you don't have to, and it tastes amazing. Okay, good. Well, good. So we'll go for it. I mean, this bag was $1 and it's got like a 2 trillion pieces of quinoa in it. So I guess if this doesn't come out good, then I'm not out a ton and we'll worry about it next time. All right, 1 diced apple in there. Do you guys eat sweet quinoa or is it normally savory? Like, I've never seen a recipe for eating it sweet. Every recipe I've ever seen is savory. So I'm excited for my first time to be something weird. Might as well go with weird right out of the gate the first time you try something new, right? 2 tablespoons. I hope this isn't a replay of the sweet eggs, because that was just wrong. 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. That seems like a lot of cinnamon, but I'm okay with that because I like me some cinnamon. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Looks about right. And 1/4 cup of gentle sweet. This is exciting. It says Patsy Nightingale is watching. Hi, Patsy. She's probably like, don't announce me on here. Mix that together. I can tell you it smells amazing because, but it just smells like, you know, cinnamon. If it smells or tastes anything like it smells, it's gonna taste just like apple pie. I should have put some nutmeg in here. Why didn't they put nutmeg in here? If you're gonna put that much cinnamon, you should put nutmeg, right? Get off there. those little, they look like, when they stick to the apples, it makes them look like, look, they look like little tentacles now on the apples. Doesn't it look like the apple has tentacles? It looks like I got a whole bunch of squid legs in here. That's what this looks like. Let's hope it doesn't taste that way. All right, I'm gonna stick this in my Instant Pot over here. Yes, you're right. I'm gonna add it. Somebody just said add it. Why not? Why not? Why not? Slap some nutmeg in there. You can always improve on stuff, right? All right. Did I have all the parts? I always gotta sniff the inside of my Instant Pot to make sure it doesn't smell like the last thing I cooked. All right, now what does it say? I'm not very good at this Instant Pot thing. 1 minute. Okay, it says to cook on manual. I assume that means pressure cook, right? What's manual mean? I don't know. I don't see a button that says manual, so I assume it's the pressure cook for 1 minute. That doesn't seem like long. Okay. Vent is closed. You'd think I'd put it on the... Jeez, loud much? All right, I don't know. I've used my Instant Pot like 3 times. I had the old one I had was like a generic name thing. It wasn't Instant Pot, which I thought ironically for years was Insta Pot, not instant, but I digress. So I'm still learning this thing. The only button I've ever pushed is pressure cook, but it's got a yogurt setting on it, and I'm kind of wanting to try making yogurt out of my homemade almond milk because I think that sounds super exciting. So I don't know, does quinoa have a lot of protein, you guys? 6 grams in a 1/4 cup. So that's got a cup. So it's got 24 grams in the whole thing. Well, I could have just multiplied times 2. So it's gonna have 12 grams of protein. So it's got a decent amount of protein, but I think I'm gonna bump up my protein and have some, I think I'll have a trimmy. I think I'll have a trimmy with my, yeah, with my almond milk, with my homemade almond milk. So let me get a mug out. So funny story, you guys. I bought these things in Walmart a couple weeks, and it said perfect pod, easy cup, 2.0 filters for the Keurig. And I thought, that's what I need, because the little filter that I have in my, this thing. Oh, I don't know where it is. Anyway, the little metal filter that comes in it is a pain in the butt to rinse out. So I bought those. Well, grains get all through my coffee every time. It gets really annoying, and I don't understand. I'm like, these are a terrible design. Well, I was walking through Bed Bath & Beyond last night, and I saw this box that said, perfect pod. You have to have this to go with them. I didn't have the holder that goes with the filter. Duh. So now they should work. So we'll try it out this morning. You need to try the sweet lime Taco Joe's. I have heard a lot of people say that, Amy, and I've never tried it. How much protein should we get each meal? I can never remember. So in the book that I was reading last night, they said there is not a hard fast rule with protein. You just want to get enough to fill you for 2 to 3 hours. I think sticking around 15 to 20 grams of protein is a good idea for me, but that's not a rule of Trim Healthy or anything. They don't want you worrying about the numbers. Just get enough. Make sure you get, you don't want a meal with no protein because it spikes your blood sugar, and you don't want 3 pounds of turkey either, but a reasonable serving, as long as you're full, and as long as it keeps you full. Most likely, in an E meal, what is gonna keep you full is your protein. In an S meal, it's your fat and your protein that's gonna make you feel full. But, so now, I guess these just sit in here, and that has got this. I should have kept the instructions. Do I have to do something with that little springy thing? I don't know. Does anybody else have these? I don't know. We're gonna find out how it works. Here goes nothing. This is my Unrest coffee. Don't forget to go sign up for the giveaway. This is your last week. You can sign up any day this week to win a bag of this and an awesome coffee mug from Unrest. And you're gonna love this coffee. It's blue. This one is the chaga. Brian is giving away a bag of it. And you are gonna love it. So go sign up. It's on my page. I shared it a couple of times. All right. And how do you snap that? Why didn't I save the instructions? That filter don't fit inside that cover. I guess it don't matter. Does it not matter? Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe you gotta be smarter than the pod, I guess. Well. Oh. Oh, you're looking for the recipe for the sweet lime tacos? I'm gonna look that up. That sounds really good. I need to get some chicken breast. I had a freezer full of meat, and I'm down to just thighs. I was gonna make that jalapeno popper stuff last night with breast, but all I had was thighs, so I realized I need to go buy some. All right, let's give this a go. See if we get any grains in my coffee this time. I don't know. So I'm gonna put some whey protein in my trimming. I'm gonna put chocolate because I can and I want to. There's no added fat in my quinoa, so I'm gonna put a little bit of MCT oil. And I won't need sweetener because I got my chocolate whey. What else do I need? I need vanilla. You could do collagen if you want. Collagen. I'm going to do pecan instead of vanilla. Chocolate pecan coffee. That sounds good. Peggy, I have a Cuisinart Keurig. My mom bought it for herself and used it for a while and decided she didn't like it and gave it to me. I get all the appliances my mom buys and then says, this is too complicated. I don't like it. No, this one wasn't too complicated. She just didn't like it for whatever reason, or wasn't using it or whatever. So KJ wins. Yay. All right. This is what I find difficult about a trimming. How am I gonna whiz this up in here without it flying everywhere? Has anybody figured out the trick to that? Because every time I use my little whizzer that I apparently didn't rinse off the last time I used, and now it's got chunks of whey protein all through it. Genius. Every time I use it, it goes flying. So why will today be any different? All right. Oh, almond milk. I need almond milk. This is my homemade almond milk, you guys. And it is ridiculously, let me show you. Look at this almond milk. Look how bright white that is. It's way thicker than, and it's so good. It's so good, this homemade almond milk. Oh my word. But supposedly it only lasts 3 to 4 days. So I'm not okay with that. That's going to be wasteful for me. So I'm going to look up, I think there's a way that you can pasteurize it or whatever, boil it for a little bit or something to make it last longer. I'm going to have to do that. Did I put anything in my almond milk, Tracy? A pinch of salt and water, obviously. That's it. That's it. So, all right. Put a couple of drops, or 5 drops of pecan, however you say it. From here, it's pecan. Well, I do drink a lot of it, Nikki, but it lasts me about 6 days. And it says it's only good for 3 to 4 in the fridge, which I didn't realize when I said I was going to make my own. So, Kathy, you soak your almonds overnight. A cup of almonds is what I did. I looked up a recipe for fuel pull. It was a cup of almonds to 5 cups of water, but somebody has since told me they did a half a cup of almonds to 8 cups of water. So, I don't know. Next time I'll probably make it, because this is really thick and creamy. Like, it is rich. It is so I soaked a cup of almonds overnight, and then you put them in your blender with 5 cups of water, and you zing them up really, really well for like 2 minutes, and then you put them in a nut bag, which looks like this. You put the nut bag. Why didn't they call it something different? You put them in this mesh bag in a bowl, and you pour your almond mixture in there and just let it drain and put a pinch of salt in it, and that's it. And then funnel it into your carton. That's what I did. That's how I roll. Anyway, all right. Teaspoon. I need an actual measuring. Clang. All right. There's no added fat in my quinoa. So I'm going to add, you can do up to 2 teaspoons of MCT oil. My quinoa is done, and now it has to release for 8 minutes. So let me set my timer. That buzzer on that thing drives me absolutely nutty. Does it really need to beep 7 times? 1 would be enough. Nikki Moore. Oh my word. All right. If you're having no added fat in your breakfast, you can do up to 2 machines. You can do up to 2 machines. I saw machine in her comment, and so my brain went there. You can do up to 2 teaspoons of MCT oil in your drink or in whatever, on your salad, whatever you're doing. I'm only going to do 1, though. I only want 1. I could do more if I wanted, but I don't. All right, and now I'm going to put some... Oh, Lord child, she put all the forks in the spoons again. Love her. You love her. All right. The Instant Pot will time for you when you display rate 8. I didn't know that. What do you know? It does have a timer on it. I didn't know that, Tracy. I had no idea. All right, well, you learn something new every day. I'm going to put a couple tablespoons of chocolate whey in there with my pecan. Oh, see? This thing is dangerous. Sprayed water all over. Let's see. All right. I'm going to like go on, off real fast because I do not want this flung all over me and my kitchen. See, there it goes. I barely had it on and it's flying out. Why they do that? Why can't they get a little less powerful whizzers? They know people ain't using a second cup to whiz up their drinks. And this is a big mug. I'll turn it on manual. Oh, see, there it goes. All over my counter. Ugh. I need to find one with less power, I guess. All right. Good enough. Good enough. Whatever. Who cares? And I'm gonna add a bunch of my almond milk. I don't zing my almond milk up in there, I just pour it in. I bet that's gonna be yummy with that chocolate whey and that pecan. I don't know, Tracy, you're supposed to turn it on and leave it, but when I do, it goes everywhere. Everywhere, unless I got it in a tall thing. And I don't wanna have to go from this mug to this mug to this mug, just, you know, I already dirty 62 dishes. A bigger cup or mix less coffee. I don't think so. I'm not doing that. That's not happening, Candace. Oh, I suppose I could add more coffee in at the end. You guys, I've never made a trimmy with the chocolate whey. That was a good idea. I am a genius. Not really, but this is really good. That may be my new favorite. Yum. That is yummy. And that MCT oil in there, oh, so good. So good. So good for you. Get your metabolism revving in the morning. Makes your engine hot. Makes your engine run hot. Diane, this would be, yes, this coffee would be a fuel pull. Yep, because it's only got, well, even you can have 2 teaspoons of MCT in a fuel pull. Any other oil, if you use coconut oil, you can only use 1, and that's if you have no other added fat in your meal whatsoever. Otherwise, you're going to be fuel stacking. If you just got to remember with your fuel pulls that if you have this with your added MCT oil, and then you have a fuel pull breakfast that only has a teaspoon of teaspoon of butter or a teaspoon of oil, the more, if you have multiple fuel pulls with multiple teaspoons of oil, you're going to end up in crossover territory if you're not careful. How do I break the habit of having more S meals than E? I love my coffee with half and half, so I always have breakfast. I getcha. Have you tried the trimmies, Lori? Have you tried a trimmy like this? Because that MCT oil and a whole bunch of the almond milk with the whey, it's creamy. It's very creamy. And I get it. I like the half and half too, but break out of your comfort zone a little. Try it with a little bit of MCT. Try it with a whole bunch of almond milk. You will be surprised at just how creamy it is, and you will learn to love trimmies more than your heavy cream. Trust me, you will. I like this way better than with heavy cream now. Now, if I drink a trimmy like this, otherwise I drink it black with just sweetener now because I don't need the cream anymore. Mindy, so can people mail you stuff? Like if you had somebody mail you stuff from US, is it because THM doesn't ship to Germany, or because you can't, they won't ship to Germany, but can other people ship food to Germany? Like, could I ship you food to Germany? Like, I don't know, you'd have to pay for the shipping, but can people do that? I don't know, you tell me. I don't know anything about Germany. What book is the trimmy in? So the trimmy is in the first cookbook. Let's find it while we're waiting on our quinoa. It's under right here. It's in the trimmy section. Or well, it's in the hot drinks section. Trimmies. So it's page 427. And there's a whole bunch. There's a trimmy light and a trimmy rich. The trimmy light is what I made. So 1 to 2 teaspoons of MCT. You can put collagen. They put sunflower lecithin, I don't. And they put a teaspoon away. I put a little bit more. But there's a whole bunch of different options in here for trimmies. So Lori, you make a trimmy. If you have the ingredients, you make a trimmy today, and I want to hear all about it. That's too bad, Mindy, that it's so expensive to ship over there. It is cold. Is it cold in Pennsylvania? It's 10 degrees here, Cindy. Lori, it's on page, I don't know, I just closed it. I think I said 427. 427 is the section where it starts talking about the trimmies. The recipe I did is on 430. Trimmy light. Yeah, make one, Lori. You're gonna love it. I know you are. Add flavorings to it, like pecan. Oh, our quinoa's done. Okay. You could put caramel, chocolate caramel flavoring in it. All right, I'm gonna turn over here. I am scared to death of that thing. It terrifies me every time. I hate that about this Instant Pot. I'm so afraid it's gonna explode. Oh, Charlotte, we are making breakfast quinoa. Apple cinnamon quinoa. Oh my. It smells apple cinnamony. All right. Wow, it's a beautiful color. It's a beautiful color. Oh, you're talking about finding that stuff in Germany? You tell those Germans they need to get on the trim train. Tell them to get with it. Oh my. This looks really pretty. I need a mitt. I need my hamburger helper glove. This is beautiful. I can't wait to try this. Oh my gosh. It looks so sticky sweet. Look at this, you guys. I have no idea, Carrie. I've never tried it. Not a clue. She recommended topping it with some almond milk, so I'm gonna do that. I should try it without the almond milk first, because what if I don't want the almond milk? I can't take it out, but I can add it in, right? Wow, it's really pretty. The color is beautiful. It looks like, you know, when an apple pie cooks really, really well and the edges get that dark cinnamony color. That's what it looks like. See? Isn't it pretty? No, this is not in a cookbook, Ashley. I found this on Pinterest. I will link the recipe when I'm done. I always say that and then I forget for like 3 hours, but I'll link it at some point today. Yep, Tracy, it had a 1/4 cup of gentle sweet. It's hot. It's really hot. I can't taste it yet. Maybe that's why she wants the almond milk. Oh! It's at least 3,000 degrees. You come running for that? You don't have, Okay, this is way better than oatmeal. This is way better than oatmeal, you guys. I don't like the texture of oatmeal. I think it's mushy. I eat it because it's good for me, but I don't love it. But oh my, this has got a great texture. Spread that out a little so it can cool. Sore neck, burnt mouth. Sounds like a country song. This is delicious. All right, I found my new oatmeal. I'm gonna be eating this instead of oatmeal. That is the bomb. And I can tell it's all through my teeth, those little tiny buggy quinoas. Oh, those are gonna be annoying. Oh man. Total win. Total win. Yep, breakfast quinoa. Let's make that the new thing on the Trim Healthy page. Let's make that the trending thing because that is the bomb. Is that in a book? Like is that a thing? I had never seen breakfast quinoa in my life until yesterday on Pinterest. That, oh my gosh. Tracy, it's soft, but it's got just a little bit of bite to it. Just a little. The apples are perfectly tender, but the quinoa has just a little bit of resistance. I think you're right, Chrissy. That is a good comparison because I prefer steel cut oats because they get a little bit of bite to them. This is, okay, I'm going to be coming up with some variations of this with like peaches, pears. Creamy grains, so it is a thing already. I've never noticed that, creamy grains. This is the bomb. I'm in love with this. Okay, I need to go eat and go to work. Thank you all for joining. I will link the recipe. I will post this video up on YouTube and it will also have the recipe in the description. Please, oh, pineapple, Tracy. Oh, pineapple tropical breakfast quinoa. Oh, I'm all excited now. Oh, it's so good. There probably is, Amber. See, this is the thing. I've got the original Trim Healthy book. I've got the Trim Healthy cookbook. I've got the Trim Healthy table. I've got the Trim Healthy future. I've got Glenda Groff's book, Around the Family Table. I've got the first Brianna cookbook. But guess what I cook off of? Pinterest. Because in order to find a recipe, I'd have to get up and go get my book. I need to cook more from my books. I like Pinterest too because I can link the recipe to you guys and I can't that would be good, Charlotte. That would be crossover though. Well, if it was skim, can you get no fat coconut milk? I don't know. I don't know much about coconut milk. I don't know much about it. So, all right, you guys, go to my go to my YouTube, my inner tubes. Go to the inner tubes. Subscribe to my page, please. All my links for my favorite kitchen tools are right in the link on the top of this Facebook page. And I'm going to share this link with you. Seriously, go make breakfast quinoa. It's all stuck through my teeth. I can tell that's the one annoying thing about it. All day long, I'm going to be picking little things out of my teeth. But this is the bomb. All right, you guys, I love you all. Have a blessed Monday. Stay on plan. You don't need to go off plan. There's no reason to. There's no reason to. You stay on plan with me. We'll stay on plan together and we'll be successful together. At the end of today, we'll look back and say, I nailed Monday. So, all right, I love you all. Have a blessed day. And that's it. All right, bye guys.